We're with new cowboy Parsa Fallah, and you told me you bought a house here in Stillwater.
Yeah.
You and your wife.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, but I was telling you before we start recording, one of the main reasons is because of the Braums ice cream. That is probably the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. So, but no, I mean, to be serious.
The true power of an independent anchor institution cannot be measured solely on a balance sheet. It is measured in the profound, intangible ways it anchors human lives across vast cultural divides. Consider the journey of Parsa Fallah, the center for the Oklahoma State basketball team. Born in a coastal town in northern Iran, his path to the American plains was a grueling, terrifying epic of international migration. Lacking a U.S. embassy in his homeland, he was forced to journey to Senegal as a teenager with barely $400 in his pocket. Unable to speak a word of English, he survived 6 months in a single room in Dakar, facing isolation and financial extortion, clinging solely to a dream of building a life through his labor and skill on the hardwood. He survived, crossed the Atlantic, and eventually found his way to Oklahoma. When the time came for him and his wife to buy their first home and plant permanent roots in Stillwater, he told reporters that one of the main reasons they chose to settle down in this specific landscape was Braums ice cream. He called it, without hesitation, the best he had ever tasted in his life. There is a devastating beauty in that testimony. A young man journeys across the globe, endures international exile, stands under the bright lights of major American collegiate athletics, and finds a sense of safety, home, and genuine belonging in a scoop of premium Oklahoma dairy. That is what vertical integration protects. When a company refuses to sell its soul to private equity vultures, it isn't just protecting profit margins, it is protecting a physical space where human culture can happen. It preserves an uncorrupted product so exceptional that it captures the heart of an elite athlete from the other side of the world. Private equity does not build spaces that offer comfort to the weary or create local anchors that make international migrants want to buy homes. It tears those spaces down, converts them into numbers on a spreadsheet, and leaves behind a desolate landscape of strip malls and minimum wage despair. Braums is an economic miracle surviving in plain sight. In a world that demands we surrender everything unique to the logic of the global market, owning the dirt you stand on is the ultimate radical act of defiance. Supporting it is not a matter of consumer nostalgia. It is a choice between an economy that serves the people who live in it or an economy that consumes them.
Hey, Vern, looks like you've been to one of them big-time supermarkets. What'd that set you back, huh? You should have talked to Ernest first, know what I mean? Braums is where you want to go, Bernie. They got their own cows, they got their own plant, they got their own bakery, and they got their own stores, Vern, and that cuts out the middleman. Braums, Vern, next time, talk to Ernest first, know what I mean?